The views and opinions expressed by the guest author or speaker during this live session are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of Reader's Magnet. The content shared is for informational purposes only and does not constitute endorsement or promotion of any particular belief, ideology, or product.
Hello, authors, book lovers, and storytellers. Welcome to another awesome day here at RM Hive, and you're tuning in to Reader's Magnet's featured author interview. I'm your host, Revan, and today's featured guest is a lifelong storyteller whose path led from hard work and travel to poetry and performance. After years of writing and sharing original poetry, he transformed a deeply personal poem into an award winning children's book, launching a series known for its heart, humor, and warmth. Created through an international collaboration, the books continue to reach young readers around the world with more stories on the way. Let us all welcome the author of The Big, Big Man and the Tiny Mouse, Paul Bullock. Hi, Paul. Thank you for joining us here today. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes, for all our viewers out there, our featured author right now, Paul Bullock, is actually one of our featured authors. Next week, the event is called the Festival of Storytellers. So, Paul, how do you feel about your upcoming sessions with us?
Well, I'm excited about it. This will be a first time for me to actually participate with the Reader's Magnet and this Festival of Storytellers. So it's all new to me, and it's quite exciting to be included. Thank you.
Me too, and I'm so excited that you will share your story there, and I can't wait for it. I can't wait for you to engage with other authors as well and find out what you're going to talk about during your sessions. And now, your book, The Big Big Man and the Tiny Little Mouse. Let's talk about this book. What is this book about?
Well, The Big Big Man and the Tiny Little Mouse is a short poem that I wrote, and it's about of course, a big man who
Mm-hmm.
shares his house with a tiny mouse, and they enjoy each other even though they're opposite. They do things together like watch TV. They snack while they're watching TV. They go to the grocery store together. They enjoy playing checkers and discussing the news. So
Mm-hmm.
um, even though they're different from each other, they believe that it's important for everybody to accept each other, and they promote kindness and inclusivity. So they're a partnership, and they love each other and take care of one another.
Yes, the big, big man and the tiny little mouse. So there's,
Yes.
yeah, I love that there's a difference between um the two creatures. I love that I can see the cover in your background right there. So for all our viewers out there, that is actually the cover for the big, big man and the tiny little mouse.
Yes.
And Paul, I also love that it's coming from a poem.
Well, I've always been fascinated by rhyming poetry ever since I was a little
Mm-hmm.
boy, and so this book actually took very little time to write. It only
Mm-hmm.
took me 30 or 40 minutes to write the poem, so it was very quick fix. I like the poem, I like the book, and it seems to be generally accepted and appreciated
Mm-hmm.
by the audience that reads it.
Nice. So, who or what inspired you to write this book?
Well, my son Clint, who was a very large man, inspired this book.
Mm-hmm.
From an early age, he suffered from some physical and mental disabilities, and so when he was a very young person, as a matter of fact, while he was still in school, he was 6'6" and 6'7", almost 300 pounds. So he actually towered over his fellow students, and
Mm-hmm.
this was troublesome for him, and it gave him problems. But in 2002, I decided that I would buy him a small trailer and help him gain some independence so that he could live by himself. While just sitting around the big man, tiny house, little mouse that all came to me. And as I stated very quickly, I wrote the poem, The Big, Big
Mm-hmm.
Man and the Tiny Little Mouse. And it sat in my desk for 16 years before I got it out to make a book.
Wow.
Yeah, it was.
10 years.
It got lost in my desk drawer, and it took a while to actually get it out and to pursue this line.
How did you feel when you actually found that poem again? And did you just get that idea in writing the book? Oh, I have this poem, this amazing poem.
Well, I thought it would make a nice little children's book, and so I approached a local artist and asked him if he would illustrate it for me. He wasn't interested in doing children's books, but he had met
Mm-hmm.
a in Europe by the name of Nina Broen,
Mm-hmm.
and lives in Denmark. They met on Instagram, and he suggested that I contact her. So I did, and asked her if she would be interested in reading the poem. She did, and
Mm-hmm.
within 2 days, 3 days, she sent me back the cover, which you're looking at, and
Mm-hmm.
several pages, and I was just absolutely blown away by her art. And so we agreed to form a partnership. It's
Mm-hmm.
PB International. My initials PB, hers are NB, and we are
Mm-hmm.
international. And so that's how this book started. Is that I just approached the local artist and ended up with one of the finest international artists and illustrators in Nina Broen from Copenhagen, Denmark.
Mm. So, having this book actually giving impacts to the book lovers out there or the children, what do you think your readers will take away after reading this?
Well, I think that this book really is a book that is strong in inclusiveness and strong in kindness. And
Mm-hmm.
Clint was a very kind, generous person who gave away his money, clothes, his time to people that he felt were in need more than him. And so I'm hoping that people will be able to read through the book and see the power that the big man or Clint
Mm-hmm.
has in influencing kindness and consideration. Clint always wanted to be included and be part of things,
Mm-hmm.
even though he was a little different. And so he he was well loved, a giant, but very gentle and kind. And I hope that people will see that within the book and take that away
Yes.
after they read it.
I love that it actually talks about inclusion, diversity, inclusion, and also being kind to one another. So these
Absolutely.
are actually very important moral lessons that kids should learn as they grow up as well.
Yes, sir. We people will often ask me. I have 4 books. Which one I like the best? And of course, being the first book and being dedicated to my son, who
Mm-hmm.
Clint passed away actually in 2012.
Oh.
So he never saw the book, but he influenced me in a very positive way.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and also Nina, the illustrator, we've both
Mm-hmm.
benefited from Clint, even though he's not with us any longer.
Mm-hmm. But you still actually immortalize his memories through this book because the poem was actually based on him.
Yes, I
And
like
he's
to.
still, yeah.
Yeah, I like to think that way. Sure.
Yes. So for all our viewers out there, on the book once again is called The Big Big Man and the Tiny Little Mouse by Paul Bullock right here. And book lovers, get ready as well because the Festival of Storytellers is back. It's the largest virtual book event that is returning with amazing authors, unforgettable stories, and nonstop literary excitement. So, next week, from January 19th to February 1, 2026, you can connect with authors, discover new books, and celebrate storytelling all without leaving your home. So, authors, readers, and story enthusiasts, this is your moment. Visit us at www.thefestivalofstorytellers.com and sign up today. Don't miss it. So, Paul, are you planning to make a sequel for this book?
Well, we have 3 other titles, and they all
Mm,
we have they all are have a human with a
mm-hmm,
counterpart in the animal world that is opposite of them. So it's not actually sequels, but they all have that same thread. We have our second
Mm-hmm.
book with Skinny Katie and her pot-bellied pig named Sadie. We have Very Hairy Larry and his hairless cat named Mary. And we have Teeny Tiny Dot and her Great Dane dog named Spot. And all of
Mm-hmm.
these books are award-winning books in different international competitions.
Wow.
Uh, the Big Man recently won an Ella's Way award for children's books that deal with kindness and compassion. It
Mm-hmm.
also won a Best Book Award and also a Global Literary Children's Book Award for its content and art. So all the books are award winners. And we also are on our final edit and formatting for a chapter book, which we hope to
Mm-hmm.
have out soon.
So, how did you feel of owning all of these award-winning books right now?
It's pretty amazing. If you'd have told me 10 years ago that I would be writing children's books and receiving accolades for them,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't believe it. Now, China is a major part of this, and this would not be happening without Nina Berlin for sure.
True.
I always enjoy watching people pick up my books and read them. Our books are uh, very, very colorful, and when people look at our books, you can see the fascination in their face and on in their
Mm-hmm.
mannerisms. So it's really, really rewarding to do this.
True. And because they're children, they're all children's book, right?
Yes, sir.
So because they're all children's book, they can actually give impact to all young readers out there. So as they grow up, they actually remember these tiny bits from these stories, which they also tell to their friends that these are fun stories. And actually, on the lessons, they actually keep that as they grow up, right? So how would you feel about though of that fact?
Well, a lot of times people will stop by and ask me what age group are these for, and I say they are good for children that are being read to, children that are
Mm-hmm.
beginning to read, or anybody of any age that enjoys beautiful children's books. And oftentimes it will be a grown-up, a man, a woman who is really fascinated by children's books, and so it's not just for children. It's anybody that loves these books,
True.
children's books, and beautifully illustrated children's books at that.
I love that. So, what differentiates your book from other books in the same genre or category?
I I believe deep in my heart and soul that it's Nina's art. Nina Brolin's art has some sort of ability to capture the human psyche, and I see it every time somebody looks at the art or picks up the book. They are fascinated by it. It's always the immediate thing that they say is the art is beautiful. I love the art. I, I hear that often, and I say that Nina upstaged me, but of course, without beautiful art on the cover, it's very difficult
Mm-hmm.
to intrigue people. Now, I also dress like a wizard, as you can see, and I tell
Mm-hmm.
people that an old man dressed like a wizard sells more children's books than an old man dressed like an old man.
True.
So the wizard, people come to talk to the wizard, and once they're at my table, then they're able to actually see the books. And so I bring them to the table, and Nina's art sells the books. I believe that um, her art is fantastic. So that's the
Yes.
difference. That's the real difference.
Nice. It's also eye catching and it tells the story as well. The cover itself it helps bringing out the story from the poetic narrative of the story. So right now, Paul, I want to give the spotlight to you. So tell us more about the book, or where we can find it, and if you have future projects that we have to look forward to.
Yes, my way of selling is at farmers markets and Renaissance fairs, at Pride events and different vendors events, and that's the only way that people buy my books, with the exception of a online store, which is www.paulbullock.com. But to say something else, all of my sales, the majority of my sales, 99% of them, are face to face and
Mm-hmm.
person to person. So that's why I have such great feedback. We've sold over 7,000 books in the past 5 years So the only place to get them is at my shopping site, which is paulbullock.com.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that's Paul Bullock. Everybody, get your copy of The Big Big Man and the Tiny Little Mouse available on his website. That's www.paulbullock.com. So, Paul, thank you so much for joining us here today. It has been an awesome time with you.
Oh, I've enjoyed this, and I'm looking forward to next week when we get into the midst of the Festival of Storytellers. So I'm excited about that too.
Yes, and guys, don't forget, Paul will be with us at the Festival of Storytellers. Watch out, he will have discussions with other authors as well. So,
Yeah.
guys, let's open the pages and unravel the secrets of your personal odyssey. And I believe that your ink never runs dry. So go tell your story, you storyteller. This is your host, Revan. And as we say it here at Readers Magnet, we share your story with the world. Bye for now. Stay awesome.